Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the final lesson of Quartet, Lesson 12, Part 4. Oh my goodness, we've come a long way. Tonight we're going to be covering yo ga nai and nari. We've seen nari before, but this is a different usage of nari. We're going to be covering a little bit more of that. These are the colors we use for each of our streams. We have a light blue for each new grammar point. All the other colors are for words that haven't shown up yet in Quartet or Genki, but that show up on the JLPT, or are quite common so that we think are worth you trying to memorize. If you have any questions tonight about anything other than the things we're covering, just basic Japanese questions, or any questions that you want Yuki and I, not just someone in chat, to answer during the live stream, please make sure you put question before your question, just in case things get hectic in chat. At the end of each section, we have a question time where we ask you a question, and then you answer it. And when you answer it, make sure you put Q time before your answer so that we know to correct it live on stream for you. We don't want to miss those because everyone works really hard on them. As you all know, this is a live stream, so all the live streams are sponsored by the members of ToKini.com, the Patreon, and the YouTube. Thank you so much for your support, everyone. It's because of you that we've been able to come this far. We got through all of Genki 1, all of Genki 2, all of Quartet 1, all of Quartet 2. Well over 100 live streams together. It's been crazy. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for even all the non-members. Thank you for being here at the live streams and watching the videos. I hope you've learned a lot. I know we have learned a lot going through all this with you, so thank you so much to all of you. We really appreciate you. Let's get Yuki over here to say hello to everyone before we get started. All right. As you can see, we're wearing our ToKini merch tonight. Oh, banana. Kind of forgot about it. I haven't worn it in a long time.
見て、ほら。
あらあらあら。
かわいいでしょ
はい。
偶然できました。
よかったですね。はい。
でもさ、マイコはさ、あら、綺麗な髪型ですねは、アンディのこと褒めてると思う。
ありがとうございます。
ヘアカットしたから。
そうだね、ヘアカットしました。ユキもなんか変わった。
そう、見て、今日、髪の毛縛ってたらカーリーになったよ。
そうね。面白いよね。
Alright,
let's go ahead and say hello to everyone in chat. We've got Mazkazi. Hello, how's it going? Pao-kun, Yahoo, Yuki asked how your conversation on the phone with Loopy was last week. Hope you had fun with that. Speaking of Loopy, konbanwa, how you going?
Hi,
Loopy,
konbanwa.
good to see ya. We've got Melkov Maxim. Konbanwa, minasan. Konbanwa, Melkov. Michael says, konbanwa o tanoshimi desu. 私たちも楽しみにしています。最後ですので、本当は寂しいんですけれど、楽しみたいと思います。ありがとう、マイケル。Yalgi, Os. How's it going? Good evening.
こんにちは。
はい、こんにちは。
ありがとう、パオさん。私のことかな、アンディのことかな。
今度は多分、ユキのことだと思いますよ。こんな素敵な髪型ができて、偶然ね、偶然。Dashiel, hello! How you doing? Thanks for coming.
ありがとうございます。
Hi. It's a short live stream today. We've only got 2 sections to cover. Just 2 short sections. They're not very difficult even. Nice sort of relaxed final live stream. ありがとうございます。はい。
上手ですね、本当。
はい。
もう嬉しいです。
So, but anyway, yeah. It's been a crazy, not crazy, but it's been 2 years, 3 years actually, since I started the first Genki round. Most of you probably weren't around for the original Genki live streams. Like the originals, they've got the light blue thumbnails. I don't even know if they get recommended anymore. I hope not. But then we went through Genki 1 again, and then we went through all of Genki 2, then Quartet 1, then Quartet 2. That's been that second round plus Quartet was 2 years of our life. That's all we've done for the past 2 years. It's crazy. 本当に終わりなのでか? Just this chapter. This chapter is finished, but there will be more things to come. ToKini Andy channel is far from finished. We'll see what it becomes over the next coming months. But like I said last live streaming has always been a part of this channel, so we're going to make sure that live streams remain part of the channel in some way, whether that's sort of weekly or bi-weekly question and answer streams where we ask people on the, on Twitter and stuff for questions and things like that we get to research and then answer in detail on stream, or if we cover grammar or other parts of Japanese in some way on live streams. I don't know exactly what's going to happen. I have plans for regular videos and stuff from now on. Lots of plans, tons of plans, way too many plans for many standalone videos. some collaboration stuff. But yeah, live streams will definitely still be around. It'll just be a little while because I'm gonna be gone for a month in the States, so there's not gonna be any live streams while that's happening.
まあ
After that, though, hopefully we'll get back to some
ね、
other
元
stuff.
気ラウンド3が始
Genki
まっ
round
ちゃう
3.
かもし
Genki
れない
round 3. Oh my god. I could do it. I've thought about it. Going right back to the beginning, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Should be fun. これからが楽しみですね。はい。
はい。
僕も楽しみです。
ね、
はい。
本当だね。長い道
本当に
のりだったよね。
本当にそうですよ、マクシムさん。
も
長
う
かった。
ね、どんどんレベル高くなっちゃってね。
ね。
みんなのこと置いてっちゃってね、どんどん
本当。どんどん人数が
少なくなってくる。
まあでもそんなもんだよね。Yeah, no. It's pretty nuts.
うん。
Right. And we even got well past our own knowledge in some areas. Like certain grammar, like even you could be like, I don't know what this is. And I'd be like, oh, don't look at me. And so we actually had to study. Both of us were studying a bunch too over the past couple of years. So it's been crazy.
私も勉強になりました。
はい。
本当。
これからもたくさん勉強するつもりです。楽しみにしてください。
はい。お願いします。
All right, guys. Well, why don't we go ahead and jump into our first section tonight?
はい。
Right over here. You ready?
どうぞ。
はい。やりましょ
どうぞ。
う。はい。
どうぞとか。
First section tonight. All right, thanks, guys. Our first section tonight is no way to do, no possible way to do with ようがない. ようがない. So the way we use this is we take the verb stem, the mas stem of a verb and add ようがない. So 食べようがない. And this means that no matter what you try, no matter what you do, there is no possible way that you can do this verb. Whatever this verb is, there's no possible way to do it for some reason or another. And that may be in the sentence or not, but we're just saying not possible. There's an idiomatic phrase that Quartet covers that is that uses ようがない, and that is としか言いようがない. としか言いようがない. When that's attached to a noun, it means that there's no word for X, whatever comes before としか. There's no word for that other than whatever the thing that it's marking. So we'll get into a couple examples with those in the example section. So let's go ahead and jump into those. We've got 服を買ったがクローゼットがいっぱいでしまいようがない. So I bought clothes, but due to my closet being full, there is no possible way to put them away. No possible way to put them away. That kind of rhymes. So 服を買ったが, so I bought clothes, but クローゼットがいっぱいで, but my closet is full, and でしまいようがない. So しまう is to put away, That's it. So しまいようがない means there's no possible way to put them away. レポートのデータが消えてしまって絶望としか言いようがない. So here's that idiom we were talking about. としか言いようがない. So my report data unfortunately disappeared, and hopeless is the only word that can describe my situation. Or there's nothing I can say, but it's hopeless. So レポートのデータ, so the data from my report, が, so that's the subject, 消えてしまって, so it unfortunately disappeared, and 絶望 is an M1 word. Surprisingly, I thought that would be a lower level. I learned that pretty early. But 絶望 means hopeless. としか言いようがない. So しか plus a negative is there's nothing to say. There's nothing that can be done but this thing. So しか言いようがない means there's nothing one can say but 絶望. And it's just idiomatically it means hopeless is the only word that can describe this situation. Hopeless. And this is the question time preview. So you don't have to answer this question yet. It just gets your mind working so you know what you can maybe answer when we get to the section at the end of the ようがない section. So the preview is あなたは遊園地に来ています. You are visiting a theme park. 予想していなかった出来事に so something that you didn't expect happened. 反応のしようがありません. There's no possible response. There's no possible way to respond other than so something happened で something しようがないですか? That's the format you're going to use for your answer. For example, お化けたちは可愛くて怖がりようがない. So something you didn't expect is that the ghosts are cute. So お化けたちは可愛くて so the ghosts are cute, and 怖がりようがない。There is no way I could be scared. So you're going to use that format. Something you didn't expect, a thing that happened. And because of that thing that you didn't expect, there's no possible way to do something, whatever that might be. So 怖がりようがない。There's no way I could be scared because the ghosts are cute. So that's what you're going to use for the question time when we get there. This is just a preview. チーズケーキを焼きたいけど材料がないので作りようがない。So I want to bake a cheesecake, but I don't have the ingredients. So there's no way to make one. Breaking it down, we have cheesecake. Whoa, so the direct object is cheesecake. 焼きたいけど I want to bake cheesecake. Yaku, by the way, it can be bake, cook, fry, many different things. Single word. In this case, it's bake because you bake a cheesecake. 焼きたいけど so I want to bake a cheesecake, but 材料がない. I don't have ingredients. ので so 作りようがない. So it's the ma stem of 作る. 作りようがない. There's no way to make it. There's no way to make it. A 君はすでにみんなが知っているニュースを話したので驚きようがなかった。So A 君, that's the person's name, A spoke about news everyone already knew. So there was no way we would be surprised. It's in the past tense. So A 君は, as for A 君, すでに so すでに is already. みんなが知っているnews. So news that everyone already knew. みんなが知ってるニュースを that's the new direct object, or that is the direct object. 話したので so he spoke about news that everyone already knew. ので so 驚きようがなかった. There was no way we would be surprised because everyone already knew about it. ハイキング中にスマホを落としてしまって地図もないので道の調べようがない. So I unfortunately dropped my smartphone while hiking, and I don't have a map either, so there is no way to look up our route. Uh-oh, that's tough. So hiking 中, so while hiking. に, during that, スマホを, my smartphone を, direct object, 落としてしまって, so unfortunately I dropped my smartphone and 地図もないので, and I don't have a map, so 道の調べようがない. So searching for the road, or looking up the road is impossible. 調べようがない. There's no way to do it. That brings us already to our dialogue. So let's go ahead and get Yuki over here for the dialogue part. Yuki is going to be B, and I'm going to be A. Let's make sure that's still in there. はい。お願いします。はい。はい。We'll read it slowly one time, then at full speed, then we'll break it down together. All right. 新しいクエストドラゴンが売り切れたみたい。
嘘、まだ買ってないよ。どうしよう。旦那の誕生日のために買ってあげる予定だった。他に欲しいものがこの世にないみたい。困った。今日が誕生日だよ。
それは。
マジ、ネットでも買えないの？
マジ、どんなに探そうが絶対に見つけようがないと思うけどね。新しいクエストドラゴンが売り切れたみたい。
嘘、まだ買ってないよ。どうしよう。旦那の誕生日のために買ってあげる予定だった。他に欲しいものがこの世にないみたい。困った。今日が誕生日だよ。
それは。
マジ、ネットでも買えないの？
マジ、どんなに探そうが絶対に見つけようがないと思うけどね。Oh, let's go ahead and break that one down together. We have
見ましたね。新しいクエストドラゴンが売り切れたみたい。
The new Quest Dragon sold out, it appears. So 新しい So the new Quest Dragon, that's a play on Dragon Quest, obviously. が that's the subject. 売り切れたみたい. It's sold out, apparently.
嘘、まだ買ってないよ。どうしよう。旦那の誕生日のために買ってあげる予定だった。他に欲しいものがこの世にないみたい。困った。今日が誕生日だよ。
No way, I haven't bought it yet. What am I gonna do? My plan was to buy it for my husband's birthday. There's nothing else in this world that he wants, apparently. This sucks. Today's his birthday, you know? Well, should have probably bought it a little bit earlier. Uso, no way. まだ買ってないよ. I haven't bought it yet. Haven't bought it yet. That's ている, right? まだ買ってないよ. どうしよう. What am I gonna do? 旦那の誕生日のために so for the purpose of my husband's birthday 買ってあげる予定だった。So my plan was to buy it for him. 買ってあげる予定だった。他に欲しいもの so something else that he wants が that's a subject この世にないみたい。It doesn't exist in this world. So anything else that he wants does not exist in this world. It seems is the literal translation. I translated that as there is nothing else in this world that he wants apparently. 困った。This sucks, sir. I'm in trouble. 今日が誕生日だよ。Today is his birthday, you know, by the way.
それは。
Oh boy.
マジ、ネットでも買えないの？
Seriously? You can't buy it even online? マジ? Seriously? ネットでも so even online 買えないの? You can't buy it?
マジ、どんなに探そうが絶対に見つけようがないと思うけどね。
Seriously, マジ。どんなに探そうが no matter how much you search 絶対に there's definitely no way 見つけようがないと思う。けどね、I definitely don't think there's any way you can find it. So there is definitely no way you would find it, I think. はい、question time is
あなたは遊園地に来ています。予想していなかった出来事に反応のしようがありません。四角で〇〇しようがないですか？
So you're at a theme park, 遊園地 and something that you didn't expect has happened. And there's no way you can respond. There's no possible way you can respond other than what? So, 四角で that's the thing that happened. The thing that happened. So in this case, お化けたちは可愛くて so the ghosts are cute. And what is the thing that there's no way you could do? 〇〇しようがない. So this is the thing there's no way you can do because this happened. So for example,
お化けたちは可愛くて怖がりようがない。
So the ghosts are cute. So there's no way we could be scared. 怖がる is to appear scared. So お化けたち the ghosts は可愛くて they're super cute and 怖がりようがない there's no way we could appear scared.
人が多すぎて動きようがない。
So there's too many people, there's no way we could possibly move. So 人が多すぎて there are too many people and 動きようがない there is no way we could move. So how about you guys? Scoopy says, I'm late. Oh, but you're here. That's all that matters. You didn't miss much. How's it going, Scoopy? Thanks for welcome to the stream.
はい、ようこそ。
Come to Japan, Dan. Here a bit late. Great to see everyone. Good to see you, man, too. Thanks for being here for so many live streams. You've made it even to the last one of Quartet. Appreciate that.
ありがとうございます。
Come to Japan is the only person here who was around, I think, for the original Genki live streams. He was here at the very first Genki live stream. Back in 2019, I think. Back in the alternate dimension that we all appeared from.
ごめん、ルンピのオペを見てて。
Ope. Oops. Julie Grid says, I wish to do it again. New Genki. Yeah. Well, maybe. We'll see. Tom-chan says, konbanwa.
Hi.
Tom-chan, how's it going? Thank you so much
ありがとうございます。
for all of your support, Tom-chan. Thanks for being here. Julia Gers, thank you for everything. Thank you too,
あり
Julia. I
がとうござい
appreciate it.
ます。
Daikon22, why is it まだ買ってないよ and まだ買ったないよ。買っていない。買ってない is a shortened version of 買っていない。So ている, right? I haven't bought it yet. You can think of that as, I believe, the present progressive. Not the present progressive. What is that called? I can't remember the English grammatical term, but it's have done something. So 買っている means I have bought it. 買っていない means I haven't bought it yet. 買ったない you can't say because that would be the past short tense plus ない. So 買わなかった is what you would say did not buy. But haven't bought yet, 買ってない means that I still plan to buy it. I just haven't. I'm in the state right now of not having bought it, right? 買わなかった means I didn't buy it, which would imply that I don't have any intention to buy it, right? No, I didn't buy that. 買わなかった. 買ってない means I haven't bought it, but I intend to, right? It sort of has that nuance to it. I haven't bought it yet, sort of thing. So yeah, 買わなかった would be I didn't buy it. And it also has a nuance there of I'm not going to. So that's why that doesn't work. I got to get some sleep, so can't hang out, but just wanted to say thanks for all of the streams and the content at your site. Makes going through the textbooks so much better. Keep it up, guys. Thank you so much, Yalgi. I appreciate that. And I'm glad you're finding the website useful. Thank you for all of your support. Pao has a cue time.
はい、ありがとうございます。 うわー、財布忘れちゃいました。
Oh no!
入場券を買いようがない。
Oh my god! 大変だ。Perfect sentence. うわー、財布忘れちゃいました。
これはちょっとしょうがないね。
I forgot my
もう私が、これはね、もう私が
払ってあげる？
買ってあげましょう。
Yuki's gonna buy tickets for you.
ちょっと待ってね、アンディにお願いするか
あ
ら。
ら。I guess I'm buying you tickets. Yeah, I'm buying you
私
tickets,
が
pal.
お願いしてあげる。
おめでとうございます。You can get in after all.
嘘だよ、買ってあげるよ。
あ、よかったです。
うん、大丈夫。
はい。
はい。そうか、財布忘れちゃったか。わざとかな。
そういう人もいるよね。いるよ、そういう人たち。わざと忘れたりするんだよね。Now, Paul Maxim has a cue time.
大学生なら割引がある。私たちはもう大学生じゃないですので、割引をもらいようがない。ちょっとタイポがあるけど文章はもう最高です。
Few typos. 大学生なら割引がある。There's a discount for college students. I remember that. I remember how sad it was when that discount went away.
Me too だよ。In
Forgot
Japan
about
too.
it. 私たちはもう大学生じゃない。So there's a typo with the sha. I'm sure it's just a typo. じゃないですので、割引をもらいようがない。Perfect. I'm pretty sure those are both just typos. So no worries. So there's no way we can get the discount. Pao says, 現金でしか払えないそうです。あ、そうだから、キャッシュカードもなくて、どうしよう。逃げるしか、逃げなくていいよ。
大丈夫だよ。
払ってあげる。We'll pay for you.
ほら、アンディがやっぱり払ってくれるって。
We'll pay for you.
いいね。私も今度から財布忘れたいと思います。
We should not have given her that idea, guys. はい。Lumpy has a cue time.
はい。ユキとアンディが見れないなら日本語を勉強しようがない。
ユキとアンディを
見れない
なら、日本語勉強しようがない。That part's perfect. 日本語勉強しようがない。There's no way to study Japanese. Oh, Lumpy, we'll still be here. We'll still be here in some way or another. Just not doing quartet. We're going to be doing some other stuff. Yuki to Andi wo. So you need their direct object of miru. And if you can't see, you want to say can't. So mieru. I make this not make this mistake, but it's an easy mistake to make. Mieru is to be visible. 見れるね。見られる見れる is 見られるだよね。見れる or 見られる is to be able to see. 見える is to be visible. So 見られない or 見れないなら。So if I can't see them, 日本語を勉強しようがない。
ありがとうございます。
Don't worry, we'll still be here. Tom-chan, thank you so much. Appreciate that. He says fist bump.
私だ、このおバナナ。
ありがとうございます。なんだそれ。もうちょっとだよ。
この陰りの、
顔を隠して。
難しくないこれ。ありがとうございます。
ありがとうございます。トムちゃん、appreciate that. Thank you so much. はい。No, but anyway, yeah, we'll definitely be still having live streams. We'll be doing probably some gaming streams over on the gaming channel.
ね、ちょっとテストしてますから、今ゲーム。
Yuki's practicing. We actually, you guys might be interested in seeing this over at Yuki's desk over there. Look at that. If you look really closely, you see that thing by her computer? That's a camera and a light set up for her own streaming setup. So she may...
ねえ、やばいね。これ私何が始まるのでしょうか。
Yuki may start streaming some games on her own as well. Or she's even thinking about doing some kind of advanced all in Japanese lessons maybe someday. We'll see.
先週言っちゃったら
streams will be happening.
カメラがつきました。
そう、見られない。そうですね。はい。Awesome. はい、thanks again, Tom. 素晴らしい。素晴らしい人生じゃないか。Oh, I forgot about that song. We went to karaoke recently, and I couldn't remember any of the songs I used to sing at karaoke. Just Yuki and I. That's one of the songs I used to sing all the time. forgot about.
そう、
Completely forgot about
私かな、
太陽族。
私じゃないよ、それ太陽族。
俺。
あ、そうだ
俺が
ね
いつも
そうそう、
歌ったやつ。
俺はいつも歌って
そう
た。
Michael has a cue time.
透明な目的がなければ、ハビットを始めようがない。
そうだよね。
そうか。
Without a goal, there's no way to start a new habit.
Clearly goal ってpurpose.
Right. Clear goal ね。
うん。
Without an obvious goal. I completely agree. Without a clear goal, there's no way to really start a habit. There's no reason to start a habit if you don't have a reason to do it, which is why you'll always quit. あれ
なんか、
香水 As in sing perfume.
そっか、
香水
Perfume は
っていうバン
さ、
ド
あれ、Perfume です。
でもそれは知ってるかもしれない。
ガールズ
そういう意味かな。
じゃない ?Sing Perfume って Sing
Any perfume songs? I don't
ってこ
think
と
I
じ
know
ゃ
any
ない
perfume songs. My friend Courtney, who was also one of the first people on this to come out and hang out in one of the live streams. She's actually the reason I started streaming Genki. But she's a huge perfume fan.
香水
香水という歌知らない。
その曲、そんな曲あるの
I would look it up, but then I'd probably get copyright strike on the very final stream, which would be a bummer. For karaoke. Okay, we'll have to look it up sometime. Nice. All right. Well,
はい。
that's probably based on the number of people here tonight about all the question times we're going to get. So probably その香水のせいだよ。
なんだっけドルチェ&ガバーナのやつでしょ。私そ
知らねえ
こだけわかる。
はあ。
なんだっけ
その香水のせいだよ。
知らない。ララララララララってやつでしょ。
ああ。
ほら、それって言ってるよ。
じゃないよね。
それじゃない。
それ違うよね。それは違うよ
それじゃない。
ね。はい、OK。
それですって言ってるよ。
これ
それかな。ほら、なんか君の。
Yuki's got the one, right? マハルなマハル。君の DAG の香水
ドルチェ&ガバーナだよ。
ドルチェ&ガバーナの香水でさせるよ。I'll have to look it up.
その曲は
選択ありがとうございます。Thank you for all the great videos and congratulations on reaching the end of Quartet. Your videos are indispensable and the community you two have built has been so helpful. Thank you so much, Sentak. Appreciate that. Thank you so much for the support.
ね、久しぶりだね、選択。
そう、久しぶり、確かにね。
ね。
久しぶり、good to see you. Thank you so much for stopping by for the final stream. Appreciate that.
私が全部読まなきゃだったの。
そうだね。Yuki actually has to read all of the donations. I actually forgot about that rule. It's been a while.
2回目になる。
お願いします。
必要か
At
な
least
こ
it's
れ。
not a tongue twister. お願いします。
ありがとうございます。Thank you for the great videos and congratulations on the reaching the end of Quartet. ありがとうございます。
ありがとうございます。
Your videos are indispensable and the community you to have built has been so helpful.
あれ最後にはカタカナ英語になりましたんじゃないかね。
ごめんなさい。最近英語喋れなくて。
Thank you so much, Sentak. Appreciate that.
ありがとうございます。
Matthew Loomis says, still on Quartet Chapter 2, but couldn't miss the last Quartet stream. You two are legendary. Can't wait to see what comes next. Thank you so much, Matthew. And congratulations on making it all the way to Quartet. It's exciting.
よかったです。
10 more lessons to go. There's a lot to cover, but you'll get there.
はい。
Thank you so much for stopping by to say hello.
ね、ありがとうございます。
All right.
ちょっとね、ドルチェ&ガバーナはね、リサーチしてきますんで。うん。
Alright.
まあね、わかんないんで、なんか最近の曲でしょ、それ。確か。
Maybe. I hope to get to this chapter sometime this decade. No worries. We'll come back to you to where you're at soon, probably. So we're gonna sort of spin back around and start doing some earlier stuff again, covering it in different ways, doing standalone videos for it, and like I said earlier in the stream to some of the guys here, probably doing some kind of question and answer live streams at different times. Yeah. So lots more to come. Lots more to come.
はい。
From about a month from now, starting a month or so from now, because I'll be away for about a month. But after that, lots of new stuff coming. So stick around for that. All right, guys, why don't we go ahead and move on to
はい。
the final section.
じゃあ私はドルチェ&ガバーナ聞いとく
Restart
わ。
しますね。
はい。
お願いします。There's only 2 sections in this lesson, or in part 4 of this lesson. So we're already on that last section, but we're going to hang out for a little bit after that. So no worries. So let me get a drink of water. All right. Hard to believe. So the final section of Quartet is as soon as with nari. Now we've seen nari before in things like nari, and I think nari on its own before as well. I can't remember exactly, but this one is a little bit different. What happens with nari when the dictionary form of a verb comes before it, and there's only one nari in the sentence, or just one nari here, it's x nari y. When x is a verb in the dictionary form, it means that the moment someone did x, what comes before nari, they immediately do y, which is whatever comes after nari. So, dictionary form, verb. So as soon as they did that, as soon as that happened, nari, they immediately did this next thing, whatever comes after that. One thing that needs to be pointed out here is that this nari can only be used in the third person. You cannot use it to talk about yourself or something that you did or something that the person you're talking to did. It has to be something about someone that is not part of the conversation. So you're talking to someone and you're explaining what someone else did, third person. And that's the only way that you can use this. Also, the subject, the person who is performing each of these actions, needs to be the same. So whoever did X needs to also do Y, because it wouldn't make sense for as soon as something happened or as soon as person A did this, person B did this. This you can't use for that. This you can only use for person A did this and immediately they did this. Okay? So let's go ahead and take a look at some of the example sentences. We have 社長はニュースを聞くなり慌てて弁護士に電話をし始めた. So as soon as the company president heard the news, he immediately rushed and started a call to a lawyer. Must have been some bad news. So 社長は, so the company president はニュースを聞くなり. So as soon as he heard the news, 聞くなり, that's the dictionary form, plus なり. 慌てて, so he rushed. 弁護士に, so in the direction of a lawyer. 電話をし始めた. So he started a call to a lawyer. He rushed to do that. Okay, so that's the immediately. As soon as is the nari, and immediately did this is also the nari. 料理が出るなり、少年は夢中で食べ始めた. So as soon as the food came out, the youngster immediately devoted himself to beginning to eat. So there's no subject, person that is a subject here. So I mentioned that the subject needs to be the same in both sentences. But here there's no person that is the subject here. Food is the subject. This is okay. Having food be the subject here, 料理が出るなり. So when the food came out, then the kid did something. So that is okay. But if it's a person that is doing X, that same person has to do something in Y. Just keep that in mind. So 料理が出るなり. As soon as the food came out, 少年は, so as for the young boy, 夢中で, so he devoted himself to, 食べ始めた, he beginning to eat. All right, the question time preview, just to give you an idea of what's coming at the end of this section, so you can sort of get your mind prepared for whatever that question time is. あなたの友達は慌てています. So your friend is rushing, or rushing to do something. 何々するなり、急いで何々しました。という文で説明してください. So you're going to explain what he's doing by saying, as soon as he does this, he quickly or rushed to do this. So 友達はメールを見るなり、急いでお母さんに電話をしました. So as soon as my friend read the message, he quickly or rushed to call his mother. So 友達は, as for my friend, メールを見るなり, as soon as he read the email, he immediately 急いで hurried and お母さんに in the direction of his mom 電話をしました. He called her. All right, but that's just the preview. You don't have to answer that just yet, just to give you an idea of what's coming in the question time section. All right, our next example is E メールが届くなり、事務員はそのメールを印刷して上司の机の上に置いた. So as soon as the email was delivered, the clerk immediately printed that email and put it on their superior's desk, as one does in this country, or possibly in their little cubby. That happened to me a lot. I'd get emails put into my cubby. So イメールが届くなり. So as soon as the email was delivered, once again, this is the email is the subject of the sentence, so it's okay to have it like this. But usually if it's a person in the first part, it needs to be the same person in the second part. Just keep drilling that into you guys. So as soon as the mail was delivered, 事務員, so 事務員 is a clerk, はそのメールを, so that email を is the direct object, 印刷して, they printed it, and 上司の机の上に, so on their superior's desk, on top of it, に置いた, they put it. Our next one is 子供はお母さんの顔が見るなり、 走って会いに行った。So as for the child, as soon as his mother's face became visible, he immediately ran and went to meet her. 子供は so as for the child, お母さんの顔が見えるなり as soon as he was able to this isn't able to see, but it's often used in that way. So as soon as her face was visible to him, as soon as her face was visible to him, なり走って会いに行った。He ran to go and meet her. So as for the child, as soon as his mother's face became visible to him, he immediately ran and went to meet her. Remember, this is in the third person, so you're not talking to the child, you're talking to someone else about what the child did. That's the only way you could use this nari. All right. 夫は子供の話を聞くなり、困った顔をしていました。So as soon as my husband heard the child's story, he immediately made a distressed face. I don't know what the kid's talking about. So, 夫 is a way you can refer to your own husband. 夫は子供の話を聞くなり. So, as soon as he heard the child's story, 子供の話を聞くなり、困った顔をしていました. So, 困った顔 is like a, I don't know what to do in this situation. This kind of face. What do? I don't know what this kid's talking about. Help me out here. So, that kind of face をしていました. So, as soon as my husband heard the child's story, he immediately made a distressed face. And that, my friends, brings us to the final dialogue of Quartet. So let's go ahead and get Yuki over here. All right, I believe Yuki is B.
と言われても探さなきゃ。
旦那さんはそんなに欲しがっているの？
発売のニュースを聞くなり、A ちゃん、誕生日プレゼントはこれがいい。他は何もいらないと言ってた。
やばいね。俺の買ったやつ5万円で譲ってあげるよ。
本当？ありがとう。
マジではい、one more time.
と言われても探さなきゃ。
旦那さんはそんなに欲しがっているの？
発売のニュースを聞くなり、A ちゃん、誕生日プレゼントはこれがいい。他は何もいらないと言ってた。
やばいね。俺の買ったやつ5万円で譲ってあげるよ。
本当？ありがとう。
マジで？Alright, so let's go ahead and break it down. See you later, Dan. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Sleep well.
お疲れ様でした。
Alright, let's go ahead and break it down.
と言われても探さなきゃ。
So even if you say so, I have to search. と言われても. So we're talking about the last dialogue. So even if you say that to me, それに言われても。と言われても探さなきゃ. I have to search.
旦那さんはそんなに欲しがっているの？
Your husband wants it that bad. 旦那さん is a way to refer to someone else's husband. 旦那さんは So as for him, そんなに So that much 欲しがっているの. He appears to want it that much.
発売のニュースを聞くなり、A ちゃん、誕生日プレゼントはこれがいい。他は何もいらないと言ってた。
So as soon as he heard the news about the release, immediately he said, Hey, as for my birthday present, this is what I want. I don't need anything else. So breaking it down, it's 発売のニュース So the news about it being released 発売のニュースを聞くなり So as soon as he heard the news about release of the game, immediately A ちゃんthis is what he said. A ちゃん誕生日プレゼントはこれがいい So as for my birthday present, this is what I want. 他は So as for something else, 何もいらない I don't need anything. と言ってた he said.
やばいね。俺の買ったやつ5万円で譲ってあげるよ。
That's rough, eh? I'll give up the one I bought for 50,000 yen, you know, or 50,000, you know. So やばいね That's rough, eh? 俺の買ったやつ So the one I bought 5万円で So for 50,000 yen 譲ってあげるよ 譲る means to let someone pass, but it also means in this situation to, you know, give it to you. I'll let you have it instead of me type of thing. So I'll let you have it for 50,000 yen, which is a very high price for a brand new release video game,
Wow.
which is why this response gets this response.
本当？ありがとう。
Really? Thank you. And then I say,
マジ？
huh? Seriously? So I didn't expect to be able to sell it for 50,000 yen. That was a big surprise, but she really, really wants it. So that brings us to question time.
はい。あなたの友達は慌てています。〇〇するなり、急いで四角四角しました。 という文章で説明してください。
Hi, so your friend is rushing or in a rush to do something. And that is because they did, when this happened or when they did this, 何々するなり. So whenever they did this, 急いで, so they rushed and did this. 何々をしました。という文で説明してください. So please make a sentence in that way. For example,
友達はメールを見るなり、急いでお母さんに電話をしました。
So of course, even though we don't say 友達 over here, it's the same subject. So it's friend here. So 友達はメールを見るなり. So as soon as my friend read the email or read the message, probably the mail on your phone, like a text message is often used for this mail without email. When it's not email and it's just mail, it often means a text message is what I'm trying to say. 友達はメールを見るなり. So as soon as my friend saw the mail message, 急いで he rushed and お母さんに in the direction of his mom 電話をしました. He called his mom.
友達は私の顔を見るなり、急いで梅干しを買いに行きました。
So 友達は私の顔を見るなり. As soon as my friend saw my face, immediately he rushed 急いで梅干しを so 梅干し is a pickled plum を買いに行きました. He went and bought pickled plums. Is the joke here that your face looks like a pickled plum?
違う。
Is that the joke? 友達は私の顔を見るなり、急いで梅干しを買いに行きました. So he saw the person that's speaking's face, remembered 梅干し because the face looks like an 梅干し and then went and bought them? Is that what's happening? Or he thinks that you look tired?
Maybe か、the friend
疲れているそう。
had なんか約束があったかもしれない。私に梅干し買ってくれる約束が。
So he had a promise to buy you 梅干し so he remembered to go buy. Or maybe you look really tired, so he's going to buy you 梅干し to wake you up.
優しさかもしれない。
I like the idea that the joke is that when my friend looked at my face, he remembered 梅干し because my face looked like an 梅干し. And he really rushed to go buy umeboshi because he really wanted some after seeing my face. That's what I figured. Anyway, what about you guys? Go ahead and make up. Obviously, this is all going to be imagination. Or you can describe something that a real friend really did. Either way is fine.
はい。
Michael already has a Q time.
ありがとう。マイコね、その Q タイムの前に、
はい、ここ。
そうそう、要望が来てます。
要望が来てますか？
そう。
はいはい。
そう、最終章ですかというカルテットの。
はい。
で、ならばカルテット上がりは再び別の教科書を紹介し配信を通して教えてくれますかと。
Very much depends on the textbook, whatever it is, but I'm willing to hear you out, of course. はい。断ってないよ。断ってないよ。
まあね、わかんないね。
まだわかんないよ。何が紹介してくるかわからないですよ。
ごめんね。
ぜひ紹介してみてください。
はい。
We'll think about it.
はい、じゃあ Q タイムいきます。
お願いします。
大学の合格通知が来るなり、急いで両親に喜びのニュースを送りました。受かった？もうでも大学生だっけ？あれ？受かった？あれもうでも大学受かってたんだっけ？
本当の話かどうか知りたいってことですよね。So the notification about passing the test for entry into university came. As soon as that happened, immediately the person, so here's the important part. The person 急いで両親に喜びのニュースを送りました. So the thing to keep in mind here is that this can't be about you, right? This sentence. It has to be about it has to be in the third person.
でもその部分はスキップしてる可能性があるからね。
まあね。
みんなね。
But remember, this has to be in the third person. So it has to be something that happened possibly to Michael's friend. So we have to. Maybe it really happened to Michael too. In that case, then Nadi wouldn't work here. But regardless, if it's about a third person, then the person got the notification for the passing the university entrance exam, and they immediately rushed to tell their parents. Happily tell their parents. Yorokobi no news, the happy news, to tell their. Oh, they sent the happy news to their parents. Gotcha.
Hi.
Makui says hi. How's it going?
Hi.
お疲れ様です says Michael. ありがとうございます。Anifang says hello.
それあれじゃない？ Come to Japan 当てじゃない？それお疲れ様ですわ。
そうだね。そうかもしれない。Pao has a cute time.
はい。友達と一緒に呪音という映画を見ていて、幽霊が出るなり急いで枕の後ろに隠れました。
So once again, just to point out here, Pao, if you're talking about your friend, what your friend did, 幽霊が出るなり、so when the ghost came out, いや、本当はね、ゴーストの場合は、多分そのゴースト、this sentence means that the ghost ran and hid behind the 枕ね。
そうなの？
自分のことに対して使えないので、
あ、そっか。でも、と一緒にだから。
友達は隠れたかもしれないけど、幽霊が出るなり、そのサブジェクトが必ずこっちとこっちが同じじゃなきゃダメなので、こっちのサブジェクトは友達じゃなくて、幽霊なんだね。
そんなことないよ。
でも、友達と一緒に、
私だと思う。
これが見た。
これ愛だと思うよ。
俺もそう思うけど、俺が言ってるのは、いけないってことですね。
まあ、いけなくないよ。
いけないよ。文法的にはダメなんだって。だって三人なんちゃらなんていうじゃなきゃダメなの。三人称じゃなきゃダメなんだって。この
人がその自分じゃない他の人を表現する時のやつってことですよね。
他の人、その会話に入ってない人のためプラスもう一つが大事だよ。そのなりの前の部分と後の部分は全く同じサブジェクトじゃなきゃダメだって。
はい。
はい。
わかりました。
なんでわかりましたって言ってる。だからどういう風に変えればいいんだろう。
ちょっと待って、じゃあ友達と一緒に呪音を見ていて幽霊が出るなり急いで枕の後ろに隠れました。友達はと一緒には。
そうだね。If you have 一緒に it means that you're both implied in the whole sentence. So what you want to do is you want to change it to 友達は、映画を見たら幽霊が出るなり。いやでも your friend has to actually do something, I feel like, in this situation.
友達はにすれば友達が枕の後ろに急いで隠れてることになるよ。
Oops. I just exited off of that. 多分なんだけど、違うような気がするんだよね。文法的にはいけないような気がする。これ読んだ？
でも友達は三人称なんだから。
その場合はね、その場合はね、でもその一緒にはダメってことですよね。
そう。
そう。
私はもうすべてのやつを見てるっていう設定じゃないと。だから友達が枕の後ろに隠れてくのを私は見てる。
そう。ってことになるね。
そうだから
友達が後ろに隠れたと書きたかった。なるほどね。Okay, so he wanted to actually write that his friend hid behind the pillow. ならばいい。友達と一緒に呪音という映画を見ていて幽霊が出るなり友達が急いで枕の後ろに隠れた。はい、何ですか？
あれですよ、はい。
なるほど、そういうことずっとなんか言おうとしてると思ってた。はい、OK。はい、すいません。
多分。
I shouldn't be arguing with a native about grammar, but I did research this one pretty heavily. So, はい。I pray this is even vaguely readable, says Sentak. We'll find out. Let's find out.
はい。友達は起きるなり、急いでアンディのビデオを見ました。パーフェクトです。
Perfect. All right. 友達が起きるなり、so as soon as my friend woke up, immediately 急いでアンディのビデオを見ました。He quickly rushed to watch Andy's video. Perfect sentence, Sentak. All right. Lumpy says,
テレビのボタンを押すなり、テレビが爆発しました。
Oh my god.
友達がまたカットオフしてる。
So whenever my friend pressed the button, the TV blew up. All right. Malcolm Maxim.
友達はラーメンを食べ過ぎるなり、急いでお手洗いに行きました。そういう時って食べ過ぎるとか言っていいのかな？
食べ過ぎる is describing a
多分自分のことしか言えないよね。見てるだけだとその友達が食べ過ぎてるかは分かんないって思う。
そうだね。
食べるなりだと思う。 ような感じがするけど。
You can tell someone that you think they ate too much, like 食べ過ぎだよとか You can say something like that to them, but you can't actually describe what they did as 食べ過ぎた。食べ過ぎる。友達は食べ過ぎる。食べ過ぎた。
まあ、
それは言えるよね。
お腹が痛くなった後に
あ
食べ過ぎたんだよとは注意できるけど、
You can't actually describe them having done that thing. It's one of those situations where remember you can't say that someone wants to do something. For example, 友達は何々をが食べたいとか You can't say that because in Japanese you can't actually take the viewpoint, the point of view of another person in the Japanese language. So 食べ過ぎる is something that only the person who ate it themselves would know, which means you wouldn't be able to say it here. So what you'd have to say is 友達はラーメンを食べるなり急いでお手洗いに行きました。So if you just change it to 食べるなり急いでお手洗いに行きました You can tell from that sentence without the 過ぎる that they probably ate too much because why else would they rush to the toilet? Or it could just mean that they went to the toilet because they were finished eating. Either way, it doesn't matter. But yeah, so you want to remove that 過ぎる and just change it to 食べるなり。ね。
そうだね。
はい。
はい。
友達を略してしたことにしてもいいんでしょうかでしょうかいいよ。はい、OK。こんにちは。遅れてすみません。
はい、
This is David.
とんでもない
Welcome to
で
the
す。
stream, David. Thank you for stopping by.
ようこそ。
Pal says 友達が後ろに隠れたと書きたかった。はい、OK. We
さ
already
っきの
read
や
that
つ。
before.
ピエン。
Perfect.
ピエン。
No worries there. Matthew Loomis.
はい。英語の先生は教室に来るなり急いで忘れ物を取り戻すために教師のオフィスに戻った
かな、はい。
あと、取りに行くかなか取りに戻る戻るが2回になっちゃうから忘れ物を取るための方がいいか。
I see.
一番最後にオフィスに戻るが最後のバーブになるから取り戻すだとダブル戻すになっちゃって
それダメそれとも気持ち的にはなんか嫌だ
なんか嫌だ。
So it's not necessarily the one thing you do have to change is you need to change the final verb 戻る to the past tense 戻ったオフィスに戻った but the 取り戻すgrammatically it's not a problem but Japanese people don't like to use the same verb in the same sentence twice
でも英語も同じじゃない
but maybe less so than Japanese I feel like I don't know but so like yeah it's not necessarily grammatically wrong it's just people don't like to do it so what you'd rather go with 忘れ物を取るために教師のオフィスに戻ったinto the past tense and then it'll be perfect. So 英語の先生は教室に来るなり so as soon as he came into the room 急いで he rushed and 忘れ物を取るために教師のオフィスに戻った he went back to the office for the teachers to get the thing he forgot. Okay.
ごめんねマティウさんごめん
Yay!
ね
Happy dance! Assistant duck. Perfect.
よかった
ユキとアンディの配信が始まるなりokay, this is actually a cue time joke.
はいユキとアンディの配信が始まるなりルンピーはすぐ見に行きました。
Oh, nice.
ありがとう
Perfect
ルンピ
sense.
ー
Thank you very much. Thank you as well, Lumpy. Alright. マイクル、この文法は
た途端ね何々した途端に似ているらしいです。
そうですね。
確かにね。
そうだね。はい。こっちにも出てるかもしれないね。した途端。ないけど。
でも似てると思う。
でもそうだね。はい。
途端だと immediate after
そう。
かな。
Comparison here is するとすぐになんちゃらなんちゃらしました。はい。It's very similar to that. Dashiell is a cute time. Sweet. Honestly, I don't know if this makes sense, but hopefully it does. All right, we'll find out.
はい。友達は電書バトの手紙を見るなり、急いでアンディがもっと素晴らしい日本語のビデオを作れるように世界を救います。
Wow!
ちょっと待って、友達は世界を救いましたの？
救いました。So you want to make that the past tense. 救いました。友達は伝承八頭が手紙を見るなり、友達は
伝書バトの手紙
を見るなり。So as soon as he saw the pigeon, delivery pigeon. What do you call those? Let's actually see the carrier pigeon. The letter from the carrier pigeon, or the carrier pigeon's letter. So as soon as he saw that, immediately 急いでアンディがもっと素晴らしい日本語のビデオを作れるように so that Andy could make better, wonderful Japanese language videos. He saved the world. So 世界を救いました。ね。
おお、
素晴らしい。
友達
はスーパーマン。
ヒーローだったってこと？
そう、ヒーローだそうです。久しぶりのライブ。コアンタさん、久しぶりですね。
ありがとうございます。
長い間見てない名前です。Welcome to the stream. Thanks for stopping by to our final Quartet one. わかりました。ありがとう、says Malkov. Happy to help. パオー says Limpy. はい。
はい。
そう、途端直後。So immediately following that. そうね。はい。似てますね。
そうだね。
はい。
でも途端の方はあれか、パストテンスか。
はい。
見た途端とか聞いた途端。
The verb that comes before it, the way you use it is a little bit different. Yeah, it needs to be the past tense.
ね、
But the meaning is pretty much the same. ね、来るなり、何々をしました。It's usually going to be the past tense. It's describing something that already happened. なり。もう。
でも、なりの前はさ、必ず。
But yeah, just the conjugation itself is different. So it's going to be it's the present tense, but it's talking about the past.
まあ、
って感じね。
そう。だけど、直後と途端は、その前が。
past tense. そうそう。わかる。文法、その文法を使うために、その前の動詞の、活用が違うけど、意味は大体同じ。
そうそう、意味は同じ。意味は同じ。
そう。ね。
はい。
That's it, guys.
その伝書バトの手紙は
何書かれたか、気になるんだ。
そう。
Yuki's very curious what was written on the letter from the carrier pigeon. She's very interested in carrier pigeons, I think. So if you have any idea what was in that letter, she'd love to know.
はい。すいません。そこまで考えてくれてたかわからないけど。
With that in mind, guys, oh my goodness, we'll give you some time to do some extra question times, but I don't think there's gonna be many more, if any more. So, with that in mind, we've got 2 slides left. The first one is thumbs up. 攻撃してください. Please smash the thumbs up button. It really does help. And チャンネル登録お願いします. And please subscribe if you haven't already. If you're at this point in the video, I feel like you probably have. And if you haven't, we're sad. But it's okay, I guess. But if you have subscribed, please make sure you hit the bell so you know when we go live with whatever our next live stream is going to be and whatever our new videos coming soon are going to be. All right. And also, 皆さん、お疲れ様でした。
はい、ありがとうございました。お疲れ様でした。
And again, channel 登録お願いします。You can make this little slide for you guys. Thank you so much, everyone.
そこしかね、書いてないから。
皆さんお疲れ様でした。
ありがとうございました。
We did it!
はい。もう一個、Q タイム、マスティからまた来たから。
Let's go ahead and read it.
はい。ありがとう。
はい。こっち。
そう。友達は車に乗るなり、急いでエアコンをつけた。AC ってエアコン？
そう。
エアコンをつけた。
はい。友達は車に乗るなり、急いで。So perfect. Yeah. So as soon as my friend got in the car, he immediately rushed to turn on the air conditioner. Perfect. So we say aircon ね。Japan as well, man. Nobody opens their windows when they're driving here. So super quick question for all of you. When you're on the highway, do you open your windows? Do you ever leave your windows open? Japanese people do not. Ever. I've never seen windows open on a highway. In fact, I was driving home once and I had my window open because I opened my window, of course, on the highway because it feels nice. And her brother and sister passed me because they were going home as well on the highway. And her brother-in-law drives very fast, so he flies past me, and I have my window open. I'm like, oh hey, and they sent a message like, oh, he actually opened the window like to actually say bye to us. He was prepared. He must have seen us. I was like, no, that's just how I drive. I just drive with the window open. Do you guys have the window open when you drive? I'm very curious to know.
いいのかな、ハイウェイでさ、窓開けるのって。
Yeah, but everyone does it, I think, back home at least. Anyway, thank you so much for these lessons and live streams. Thank you so much for coming, Lumpy. And all of you, thank you so much. Appreciate you guys so much for being here. It would not be nearly as much fun if we were alone. We've done a live stream completely alone before because we forgot to hit go live. And it was pretty boring, let me tell you. It's really boring to teach an empty
本
classroom.
当だよね。
ダシオ says, 今までトタンを使ったことがない。I don't think I've used it a couple times. I have used トタン a couple times, but I've read it a lot. I've been reading a lot lately, and I've seen it a few times. I've probably read like 100 hours in the past month.
なんか
Maybe
トタ
more.
ン
I've seen it quite a bit.
全然違うんですけど、
はい
トタンって結構いい音だよね。
そうだね。
トタン
トタンに。トタンに。
トタっていいよ。
なんちゃら
いい感じ
下の
なんかトタン
下トタン下トタンに。
うん
It does sound cool. トタントタンタタンタランタランタラン。はい。程度1時間で終わりました。
あ
早すぎます。
ちょうど
ちょうどね。
ち
ちょうど。はいはい。ちょうど1時間で。そうね。早かった。
これからち
We're gonna hang
ょ
out
っ
for a
と
little
チル
bit.
です。
ちょうど1時間で終わりました。はい。My kanji
ね
power. My kanji power. You get to see that. お疲れ様でした。Malcolm,
はい
Maxim. Thanks for all the hearts,
あり
pal.
がとうございます。
And all of the membership stickers, Lumpy.
ね
Appreciate that as well. ありがとうございます、
ありが
David.
とうございます。
Thank you. Thank you, Tom Chan. Appreciate you.
本当だよ。みんなありがと
手紙には、アンディとユキは最高の日本語教師だから、世界を救ってくれと書かれていました。
う。すごい。もう
素晴ら
最高です。
しい出しよ。
ありがとうござい
Love
ま
it.
す。
Thank you so much. ありがとうございます。
ね
In Japan, yes, Japanese highways feel slow, but I have windows open, air conditioning on, and arm out the window. Nice, yeah. On the back roads, like off the highway, I see people with their windows open, but not on the highway. On the highway, those windows are up
え。
immediately.
うんうん
Yeah. Why would you open your windows on the highway? It's so loud and windy. That's what Yuki thinks.
hora.
That's what all the
Ne.
Japanese people that I know think. I don't know, but in America, I've always ridden with my windows open on the highway. I'm not sure why.
なんか風がさ超強いとさ、なんか窓がさもう割れちゃわないも
But
ん。
that's why you have to open it all the way. Lumpy, thank you so much. We love you too. Thank you so much. Appreciate it very much.
ラブや。
Love you.
あ、
Thank you
私
so
間
much.
違っとるじゃん。なんかラブやとか言って。ラブや。
って感じだよ。
なるほどね。
そうそうそう。洗濯 amazing job, you guys. Thank you so much.
ありがとうございます。
Thank you, Limpy. Thank you, everyone, for the support and for hanging out at the live streams. Seeing you guys every week has been the highlight for sure of all the work that goes into making these things happen. Makes it worth it. A lot of work did go into these. This has been our life all week, every week for 2 years.
こりゃもう3ラウンドいっちまうか。
そうだね。もう一回元気からか。
みんなレベルを落としてきてね。
Did I miss the last one? Says Derek Larson. Derek Larson, you did.
あ
You did. But you're
大丈
here.
夫。
You didn't miss it completely.
う
You
ん。
made it to the end. And that's all that matters. Driven around on the highway with my windows open. Maybe it's an American thing. I think it is. Maybe it is. Maybe. I don't know. Europeans, any Europeans here who drive with their windows open? 何かが書いてありますという文章には自分が書いたという意味が含んでいますか？
あ
何かが書いてあります。
それはシチュエーションによると思います。なんかそのさ自分が書いたさ手紙とかでも、相手が見るまで内容を秘密にしたい時とかは、
なんか書いてあるよ。
そう。
はい。ここになんか書いてあるよ。後で読んで。
そうそうそうそうそう。
って感じかな。
そう。
Dashiel, thank you so much. Here's the little thank you for all the hard work you have both
あり
put in on a consistent basis. Looking forward to the future of the channel. Thank you so much, Dashiel. Appreciate that. Yuki has to read them all, of course.
あ、やばい、今までの人たちが
読んだじゃん。読んだじゃん。
スキップしてない。
読んだ。洗濯のやつ読んだ。
本当だ。
Tom Chan was fist bump. We did that.
本当だ。
And Lumpy said, love you guys. You said that. So now you have to read Dashiel.
はい。
はい。頑張れ。
緊張するね。
あ、ちょっと。
はい。Here's a little thank you for all the hard work you have both put in on a consistent basis. Looking forward to the future of the channel. ありがとうございます。
Thank you. My window is always open, kind of. Mine too. Always open unless I have to put the air conditioner on because it's too hot. We have a lot of tunnels in Nagano. That's one thing. I do tend to put the windows up in the tunnels. So many tunnels. It's insane the amount of tunnels that are in. And they're like miles long. It's crazy.
そう、日本人めっちゃね、山掘るからね。
Love making tunnels. From when they're children. Sandbox, tunnels. full of tunnels. Adults, tunnels. All the mountains were full of tunnels. Japanese people love tunnels. I think all kids love tunnels. But anyway, I have a question about when you're studying hardcore. How did you balance actually learning grammar and vocab and internalizing the knowledge and robotically putting things into Anki? I'll get to your question. 1 second, Matthew Loomis. Thank you so much, Derek Lawson. Thanks for all the help. Larson, thank you for all the help with Japanese. You're very welcome. Thank you for hanging out. And I'm glad that you've found it helpful. Thank you so much. Oh,
あ
and
り
そ
が
れ
と
も
う
読ま
ご
なきゃい
ざ
けない
い
よね。
ます。そう、ありがとう、デレックさん。ありがとうございます。Thank you for the help with Japanese.
You're very
Thank
welcome.
you.
Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Thank
あ
you
りが
guys
とうござい
so
ます。
much. So Matthew, and robotically putting things in Anki. So let's see. First, I made a pretty hardcore sort of pattern. Oh!
ありがとうございます。
懐かしいと。そうですね。はい、ありがとうございます。David, thank you so much. それから、懐かしいよね。
懐かしい、
It
そう。
looks weird in there. It looks like a
あ、なんか難しい方か
そう
な。
だね。懐かしい時ですね。そうだね。ありがとうございます。That one you can read,
は
no
い、
problem,
そ
right?
れから懐かしい時ですね。
懐かしいよ。
ねえ。
寂しいぞ。はい。ありがとうございます、David. Thank you so much, everyone.
ありがとう。
You guys are so nice. So, how did I balance it? So, I generally studied probably 6 days a week, 4 to 5 hours every single day. And what I did was I spent 1 to 2 hours just on kanji every morning. That's the first thing I did every day. I would start with that and I do my kanji. I do my Anki cards to review, and then I learned 20 new kanji. I started with 5, then I did 10, and then I got to 20, and I tried to do more than that. It was too much. I couldn't do more than 20, so I did 20 per day. I did the new kanji. And that was an hour to 2 hours of kanji, just that. Then I had 2 or 3 hours left, right? Thank you so much, Paul. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. Lumpy wanted Yuki-san to say a tongue twister.
あり
カタカタ
がとう。
カタたたき。カタカタたたき。き。肩たきき。高かった。なるほど。
そう。
肩たた。
それ私に言ってほしがってんだよね、でもそれ。
肩たたきき高かった。はい。でもユキ言ってほしいんだって。
Lumpy wanted Yuki-san to say a tongue twister. ありがとうございます。肩たたきき高かった。
ナイスジャブ。肩たき
高かわ
肩たたきた。たたきき高かった。肩たたきき高かった。
おー、すごい。肩たたきき高かった。
おー、perfect. 肩たたきき高かった。肩たたききか。肩たたきき高かった。Oh, there we go. All right.
いいね。
Evil and brilliance is Derek Lawson. Alright, so I did the kanji, right? Thank you so much, pal. Appreciate that.
ありがとうござい
I
ます。
did the kanji 2 hours, 1 to 2 hours. And then what I would do is I usually had a lesson. A couple times a week, I would have a speaking lesson. And what I'd do in the speaking lesson is I'd go over some grammar with my teacher, whether she would teach me something new or I'd come with actual sentences I'd made using the grammar dictionary. So I just pick a random grammar point and I'd try to make sentences with it. And then I'd bring those to her. She would correct them all. And I'd try to do this. Then I would probably do some shadowing for like 30 minutes or so. Not all the time, but I worked that into my schedule a little bit later in my learning journey. And then after all of that, I would go over any vocabulary Anki cards that I had. So I had some sentence cards. Not too many though. I tried not to use Anki too much, but I did have sentences from the grammar dictionaries. I put all the sentences from the grammar dictionaries into an Anki deck, and that was it. And I used that as my vocabulary deck. And otherwise, anytime I had left after that, I would read blogs, mostly blogs on the internet about mountain climbing. That was mostly what I did. And that was my 4 to 5 hours a day. And then every single chance that I got, I would speak with people outside of my actual study time. So I'd go out on the weekends and I'd speak to people. I'd just talk to people. And that was it. That's how I sort of balanced it all out. But it was always a very structured thing. It was kanji. Then I did my lesson maybe. Or if I didn't have my lesson till later, then I did some Anki vocabulary. And then I would actually read or watch something on TV or watch an anime or something. for a while. And then when I finished with kanji, then I got a job where I had to use Japanese all day, every day anyway, and then I stopped studying. But now I'm spending between 6 and 8 hours just reading every day. Just that, playing games and reading. So that's another way you can do it if you want at this point. And you can just pick up the grammar along the way. But either way. 僕は何かをしなきゃいけないもので、ここで失礼します。Michael, I missed saying goodbye. Thank you so. I don't know if you're still here, but thank you so much for hanging out. 来てくれてありがとう。こちらこそお疲れ様でした。楽しい2年間お世話になっておりました。これからもよろしくお願いしますね。はい、こちらこそよろしくお願いします。Michael, I don't know if you're still here. I hope we didn't miss you, but thank you so much.
ね、ありがとうございました。ありがとうございました。大変でした。もうカタ叩き機誰が使うの？本当。
これは読めねえな。
生麦、生米、生卵ですよ、それは。
生麦、生米？
生米。
生麦、生米、生卵。はい、それはできる。生麦、生
麦、生米、生卵。
あとはバスガス爆発？
バス、なんだっけそれ。バスガス爆発。
バスガス爆発？
そうだ。
Is there more to that one?
なんかバスガイドなんちゃらみたいなのがあった。
そうだね、it might be longer. There's a couple more. Japanese ones are good. カタカタ叩き機。カタカタ叩き機高かった。カタカタ叩き機が高かった。It's so hard.
だいたいカタ叩き機がさ言えなくない？
カタ叩き機。カタ叩き。カタ叩き機。カタ叩き機。カタ叩き機。Thanks, I read manga in Japanese and teach a junior high. I was really happy when I could use new vocab and grammar from Quartet when I was on a trip with my Japanese co-teacher. Yeah, when you can finally use something, it makes it stick so much better. No matter how much you just see it, when you get it out of your mouth once, it's like the staying power is like, I find it to be 10 times stronger than just seeing it. Seeing it 3 or 4 times, yeah, great. But using it once beats seeing it 2 or 3 times, in my opinion. Especially if you use it right. In my experience. Yeah. So the words that really stick are the ones you use. But there's only so many that you can use. So find, like, as soon as you have a bunch of new words in your arsenal that you've been maybe finding reading or new cards, and you're like, as soon as that moment comes, you're like, I could use it here. It's just so much fun to be like, and try and say it. And then see the reaction from people. And sometimes it'll be like, huh? And it'll be, well, I guess you don't use it there, do you? And sometimes they don't react at all, and that means it was correct, which is nice. Right. So yeah, trying to find ways to use it is a huge bonus for me. Big time. Even though I'm a bit of an introvert, I don't really love talking to. I'm not really great at talking to people outside, but I still like to.
これってアウトサイドじゃないの？
これがね、ライブストリームだとね。It's a little different. Being on a live stream and talking to people is a little different than face to face. I feel like I'm a little bit better on a live stream probably than in face to face. I'm a little bit more awkward in person. I feel like. わかんない。
そうなんだ。
そんな気がする。
そ
んな気がする。はい。But yeah, but to like answer that question in a more succinct form, making a very strict schedule, not schedule, but a very strict habit, turning it into a habit, just doing the same thing every day in little chunks and a bunch of different things. Make sure that one thing isn't too long so you get bored of it after a month, because then, that won't work. To me, when I'm able to use a word is when I fully learned and understood it. So when I say it out loud in a sentence, it sticks with me. Yep. For sure. Just like a situation you've seen it in 50 times and it's like, I can use it here. I can use it here. And then you spit it out and it's, yes. Then it's really there. Absolutely.
私もそういう練習した方がいいのかな。
まあ、そういうシリーズも作るからね。
あ、
はい。
そうですか。私の？
そう。アビ感性の。アビ感性。
アビ環境じゃ。
アビ環境、そう、アビ環境の授業が始まります。
やばいよ。 アビ共感だし間違えた。
アビ共感だ。
アビ
そう、アビ
共感だ
共感。
し。
That's a word from 女神新、なんか、
新女神転
転生。
生。
はい。How's the weather been in Japan recently?
Getting very hot ですよ。
Usually this time of year it's rainy season, so it's kind of chilly, 26, 7 degrees, but like humid usually, and cloudy and rainy. But for some reason, from about a week and a half ago or a week ago, it's been like 35 degrees and sunny and humid all day, every day.
そう、間違っても
You guys
ね。
leaving soon? I just got here. We're hanging out for a little bit longer, but we are done for tonight. How's it going, Mortar? And thank you for stopping by.
ありがとうございます。
All right. Too
そ
hot.
う。ね、トゥーホットなので、もう間違ってもね、庭には2羽の鶏をね、離さないようにね、
So.
ケージに入れといてください。
Yeah, no, it's you guys might actually be able to hear the air conditioner. It's on not too strong right now. I think it's on pretty low, but so hopefully it's not too noisy for you guys. Yeah, it's on weak. But I'm still soaking wet. I mean, we have giant spotlights on us, so it doesn't help. But anyway, yeah. Now we're hanging out for a little bit longer, more turn. But thank you for stopping by. I think I already said that. Anyway. Yeah. 他になんか最後に言いたいことがありますでしょうか？
私、このね、2年間ですごい自分にプログレスがあったと思うんですよ。
どの面？
カメラの前に
あ、
立てるようになったと思うんですよ。
確かに。ユキは最初にストリームに出たのはいつ頃でしょう？
わかんないけど、
なんか YouTube
ね、YouTube 最初にさ、ね、アンディがトイレに行っちゃったつなぎに私をいきなり出されて。
Let's find out. We've got live, past live streams.
わからないのに。
Yuki, first live stream she showed up in.
何にも話せないし。
She'd be super nervous. You didn't show up in any of the original live streams, and I guess I removed all the game streams from the channel, so we can't look at those, but you started showing up around, what, maybe here?
あ、でも、
この辺にはもう結構元気だったけど。
そうそう。だけどね、結構最初の時はね、もう。
Even early videos. On the early videos, Yuki was super nervous and super shy on camera. But as you can tell now,
ね、
no
髪が伸
problems.
びたらね、なんか、
So, you should see some of the original like paid content we did. She was super nervous. It's cute. Let's see.
ね、やばくはないけど、なんか、やばいよね。だって、なんかね、誰だったっけな、怒られちゃった、なんか誰か。
怒られちゃった？
怒られてないけど、なんか、大丈夫だから、なんか、堂々としなよみたいなのを言われた気がする。
そうなんだ。You can actually hear it. We can actually hear it. But
あ
わー、懐かしい。Anyway, yeah, she's super nervous on stream. And some of the old paid stuff. I wonder if I can show that.
ねえ。
Let's bring that up.
なんかヨレヨレの雑巾みたいだったね、私。
Yeah. Live. Not live. We can go to the beginning. Genki lesson 1.
そう。
And we'll bring out like the original vocabulary videos or something.
でもこの2年間で私はすごくなんかテレビじゃないね。カメラの前でなんか
慣れた。
そう。
カメ
ラの前に入れるようになりました。
So here was one of the original. Hi. The original. Let's pop that on.
First, please follow the
one of the original textbook practice videos from the website. She was super nervous when we were recording this. So nervous. It wasn't even a live stream.
これを撮るためにね、3回ぐらい泣きましたからね、これ。
Yeah. 泣いたよね。結構泣いた。
もうダメだ。
Right? Supernatural now. Look at her. She's
ねえ、ありがとうございます。
wearing a ToKini Andy tank top.
本当だよね。この閉まってこ
Just
んな
talking normal.
こんなね、皮膚 閉まって
いや、
って感じだよ。
そんな、い
ほんと
いよ。はい。Anyway, we've come a long way. Yuki, 結構ね、慣れてきた。よかったです。これからもよろしくお願いします。
よかったです。
ね。
ほんと。でもね、シークレットウェポンのままで行くのもいるのはね、結構ね、いい気持ちだった。
まあ、シークレットウェポンは良かったけどね。丸出しウェポンでいいと思います。丸出しの言い方はちょっと悪いんですけど。
丸出しにされましたね。はい。
Been trying to 我慢 and not use the aircon, but Japan is humid as hell. Yeah, no, it's so take a look at this room. We've got two full-size computers with high-end graphics cards for video editing in them in this room. Two, and it's a small room. It's hot. Like, if we don't put the aircon on, it's like 37 degrees or something in this room. It's insane. Absolutely impossible, unfortunately. We have to use the air conditioner.
でもさ、私、
はい
2日前ぐらいにさ、一人でさ、ここで仕事してた時にさ、エアコン我慢してたじゃん。
そうだね。我慢する時もあるけど、その時はユキのパソコンしかついてなかったじゃないか。
だけど、なんか34度
だよね。34とかになるよね。
私はもう汗だらだらで。
はい。Other ALTs and I have recently been playing geography games, and we all do Japanese prefecture placement 100%. Helps with conversations in Japanese. Oh, that's wow. That is something I cannot do. I am not awesome at prefectures. That's pretty awesome. Also, prefecture kanji readings share a lot with Japanese name readings. So it's been really, really helpful. Oh, that's a good point, actually.
私ももう自信ないです。
そうだよね。どこだっけとかなりそう。
ちょっと不安です。
That's a great thing to study. I've seen a lot of decks for prefectures, and I never really even considered using them, but that's actually a good reason to. Learning names and stuff.
ねえ。すごい。
Also, watching Game Gengo along with this channel gets me really fired up to keep engaging in native Japanese content. Got me a lot more comfortable with immersion. Yeah, Game Gengo is awesome, man.
ねえ。
Matt over there has been making some great content. He also went back and started oh, never mind. But yeah, no, he's been doing great over there. I'm glad he's also finding success here on YouTube. He makes great content. But yes, engaging in real Japanese content, it's great. Absolutely. I've been using this lately for that. So more on that soon. But yeah, I mean, at this point, if you're done with Quartet and pretty comfortable with it, my recommended next step is not another textbook. It's definitely just reading and watching TV and talking to people and maybe a little grammar here and there if you want to go for like a high-end test or something like N1 or something. But other than that, I think it's time for you guys to leave the nest and start jumping into the immersion content as much as you can. I know a lot of you already have, so I don't really have to say anything about that. But はい。
結構ね、私たちがテストしたゲームいいと思うんですけどね。
楽しみにしています。We plan on Yuki and her sister have been doing games in the Discord with people, and they of course speak Japanese only. But we also there's some new games they're going to be doing together with people on the Discord, which will give you some chance not only for immersion but for speaking Japanese as well. So if any of you are interested in that,
なんかもうちょっとその新しいゲームの方はなんかフォーカスしてるのは話すなんかスピーキングの方
そうね、はいはい。
がいいかな。その相談してるってこと。
私たちしたやつ。
そうそうそうそう。
ね。I want to do the N2 this year, but I'm really nervous. Yeah. You'll probably do okay though. My biggest recommendation for anything past N3 is to read a lot. Just read a lot. Read a lot leading up to it, and you should do okay. What I find that most people say they have difficulty with is not necessarily with the actual questions themselves. It's that they can't read fast enough to get through all the questions. So my biggest recommendation is to just read a lot. My plan also is I'm going to do N1 in December. I'm aiming for a perfect score, but I don't know if that's possible. We'll see. I'm aiming for it. My goal is a perfect score in M1, but we'll see. I'm not super confident in that, but
私もなんですよ。
本当？
私は100点満点の受験生の母になる予定ですから。
She's aiming for me to get 100% on the N1. お願いしますよ、お母さん。 You can do it, Dashiel. I believe in you.
ねえ、本当だよ。大丈夫だと思います。
Same. How are you studying, says Derek Larson? I believe in you both. You can both do it. Reddit suggested using
Oh,
QVC Japan for listening
素晴らしい。
practice, so I'm going to start doing that. QVC Japan. What is that? QVC Japan. Never heard of it. What is that like? It sounds like a shopping channel or something.
へえ。
QVC.
何それ。
It is a shopping channel. やっぱり。
これ見てるの？
More power to you. If this is actually like a advertisement channel, I mean, it's free, I guess. So that's great. But you are going to be bored out of your mind, I feel like. So that's one thing to keep in mind.
え、でもよくない？
そう。
私もアメリカに行った時そういうコマーシャルめっちゃ見ちゃう。
見ちゃうんだ。
うん、
あ、そうなんだ。
結構楽しい気がする。
そうか。ならばいいよ。
バキュームのコマーシャルとかめっちゃ見ちゃう。
If you're into that, then that's great. Yuki said she loves it as well, for watching that kind of stuff when she visits America.
ね。
I can't handle it. I need a little bit more deep stuff, like actual novels and stuff, or else I lose
ってこ
interest
と
super
は
fast.
もしかしたらデイビッドは、私がさ好きだったさベイクのやつみたいに日本語
Cooking
の
channels.
そうそうクッキング
Cooking
チャ
channels
ンネ
and
ル
stuff,
が好きかも。
でも、日本にいなければ、そういうクッキングチャンネルはどうやって見るかはちょっと難しいかな。
ああ、あれにないのかな。あ、でもフリーのやつか。
うん。
ああ、難しいか。
そう、その QVC がフリーだから、
そっか。
そう進めてると思う。だって、アドバタイズメント買ってほしいから。
そうだよね。
So, but the fact that it's free and there's tons of it is a great reason. Derek, I'm trying to do as much immersion as possible in reading and two grammar guides. I already know most of the kanji you need and vocabulary, but I really need to improve my listening. Great way to improve listening is definitely just listening a lot, but also speaking, in my opinion. I see conflicting things about this, but in my experience, this is just from my experience. I've done obviously no research on this, but in my experience, if I can say something, I can hear it, right? So learning to speak something clearly, being able to say things clearly makes it a million times easier to pick up when you're listening. Some people will definitely argue with me on that, for sure. They'll say that you need to learn to listen perfectly before you can speak perfectly. But I'm not too worried about speaking perfectly. I'm worried about just having a conversation. And if I can have that conversation, I can hear that conversation. So one thing to keep in mind, if you can get practice speaking what you've learned, that'll help you hear better. Because when you're actually in a conversation, you have to stay in the conversation, you have to listen really hard as well. So just speaking is a great way to improve your listening. Yeah. Just my 2 cents there. I feel like business Japanese is a must, especially since I want to work in Japanese someday. Oh, if you want to work in Japanese, then business Japanese is probably going to be helpful. One thing I'm going to tell you is, and this is not something that you're going to love, but katakana. Get used to it. Japanese business right now is all katakana. Katakana English.
ね。
Used improperly. So, have fun with that. Business Japanese is pretty rough right now.
最近使って便利だったのはコミットするです。
コミットする。
うん。
コミットする。で、その使い方は何でしょうか
なん
ね。
か
コミット。
まあ難しいね。自分がその仕事をちゃんとやってますよ。I'm the part of the project ってこと
Oh, I'm
がコミットしてる。
I'm doing the work for real. Like 頑張ってるってこと？
そう
はコミットしてるね。はいはい。
そう、コミット。
My favorite one was when I was still working at the kindergarten a couple years ago. Someone in a meeting, they were talking about the grand design の話してた。Grand design? What? They were talking about this plan for like the next week.
Regular
plan for the next week, and grand design. If you hear grand design in English, you're thinking of like religious, like the design of God or something. The grand design for our whole country, like the 5-year plan. Even 5-year plan's not even a grand design, but they're talking about like the plan for the next week or for the next month, and that was the grand design. I was like, no. And there had been so many of those words in like the past couple of weeks. So that at that point, that was just like the last straw. I was like, oh my God, that is not what that means. That's not what you think it means. But it is what it means in Japanese. So anyway,
そうだったんだ。
business Japanese is fun.
私知りませんでした。
I think the scariest part of N2 was the thought of failing it. After failing it once, It wasn't scary to fail the second time. Fair enough. How did you study kanji? I did most of the RRTK deck, retained about half, so around 700 kanji. So fun thing. I studied kanji with RTK. I think you're asking someone else, but I'll throw this out there.
あ、出た。
I've been enjoying this. This is
最
pretty
近
fun.
ね。
Yuki's face is gonna probably. Will that pop up there?
あ、ダメだ。
Too close.
あ、
Her face
マ
is
ニュアル
there.
になってる
No, it shouldn't be manual. Usually this picks up fast. Oh, it's not focusing for some reason. Sorry.
なんでだ
Why isn't it focusing?
マニュ
Weird.
アルになってる
It could be. It's not manual. It was manual. I hope our faces were focused. No, it wasn't. It was
あ、
not
なん
focused.
か
There we go. Okay.
おー、来た。
So, kanken training ni. Kanken training ni. I've been playing with this game for training for kanken. It's actually really good. There's a lot of things it could do better. Like, it doesn't have SRS or anything. You have to sort of brute force the SRS to yourself. But it's kind of fun for learning to write kanji. And if you can write a kanji, it is so easy to read it. Oh my god. Just like if you can say something, it's easy to hear it. If you can write a kanji, it's very easy to read it.
うん。
If you can write a word, not just the kanji itself. If you can write the kanji in a specific word, you can read that word super easily. So yeah, I've been using that recently because I forgot so much kanji while I was out of Japan. I actually had to write a lot in my old job. I had to write a lot. So I was really good at kanji before I left Japan for a year or so. But while I was gone, I didn't write at all. So I forgot how to write everything.
そ
Everything.
う。もうね、すごいからね、もうレベル
It
落
was
ちちゃう
oh
か
my
ら
god, it。was crazy. I lost so much. But since I've restarted this just a couple weeks ago, maybe a month ago, let's see how many I've picked up. I think just since I started using this game a month and a half ago, and using the kanken lists, I've learned how to read again. You can see the little green dots. The green dots are the ones I can write again. So that amount of green dots. It's probably 600 in a month and a half that I've remembered how to write using that game. So it's pretty effective.
すごっ。
But like
そんな
Andy said, speed reading was the most important skill. I was still at the first paragraph when the doctor said 10 minutes left. Yeah. So learning to read faster. And to learn to read faster, you just got to read a lot. Wanikani is pretty great. Living in Japan helps since you see it every day. And yeah, people love Wanikani, so I haven't really done it enough. I have to do a review of it one day.
うんうん
For sure, living in Japan has helped a lot, but not getting too many new kanji that I'm learning. Mostly just practicing kanji I already know. I need to switch my brain to learn mode and add to my deck. Learning how to read kanji is easy, but learning how to write them at the same time really slows your learning. So I skip writing so I can focus on the more important stuff. Yeah. A lot of people will come back to writing later, which is what I'm doing now. With that said, when I did RTK, I actually learned the writings as well, just because it helped me to read as well. Because if you can write it, it's easier to see the little notice the little details. But when you're rushing to learn as many vocabulary and stuff as you want, writing probably isn't as important. But since I'm 10 years into it,
うん
I figure I should be able to write. So I used to be able to write everything on my own, and I actually lost so much after being gone for a year that I would make, if Yuki was with me, can you write this for me? I don't feel like writing it. And I want to stop that. So that's why I started to learn to write again. But anyway, guys, it's 10:30 now. I think it's probably about a good time to
あ、そうなんだ。
end our final live stream.
はい。
俺しか喋ってないし。
まあね。だって、
そうね。
私に喋るタイミングくれないじゃん。
ごめんなさい。どうぞ。
はい。マシから来たよ。
Any tips for forcing your mouth to make the correct sound with katakana foreign words? I know you struggled with tunnel. トンネルね。はい。
そう、私もそれはね、
トンネル
タノって言われて、はあ、
トンネル
意味わかんねえ。全然意味わかんねえ。全然わかんねえ。タノ。で、目の前にいくつもトンネルが現れてきて、はあトンネルだ。トンネルのこと話してる。タノってトンネルだ。ってわかりました。
My only tip is to learn to endure the discomfort. when you first start speaking katakana words, you feel, especially if you're American, it feels like you're doing some kind of, you're making fun of someone, really, the way you speak. It feels like you're making fun of Japanese. It feels sort of racist. That's how it feels when you start speaking katakana English. And it feels very, very uncomfortable to start when you start tonneru とか saying stuff like that.
同じやつはチャンネルだと思うんです。
チャンネル。
そのさ、WNEL
But those don't feel
がどうしても
weird to say. The ones that feel weird to say, like that's easy to make a mistake with. But the ones that feel weird are like computer and things like that. Like saying that just feels so wrong. So you just have to learn to. You just have to endure it. You have to endure the discomfort until you get used to just living with it. And eventually the discomfort goes away. But it is a matter of enduring the discomfort of American dog.
ねそう
アメリカンドッグ1本ください。
わかったのかな、アメリカンドッグ。
Yes, American dog. You feel like you're in an episode of South Park or something. Like, straight up.
アメリ
So
カンドッグね。
enduring the discomfort until it goes away. That's it. That's all I can say. There's no special way about it. And speaking slowly when you use katakana, so you get it actually right, which makes it even more uncomfortable. Yuki picks up on those a lot too. She'll start cracking up,
ね
noticing that, wait, this is not what
ア
the
メリ
English
カンド
actually
ッグ
means.
ください。
ね。
はい。も
じゃあ、
う、やばいね、カタカナ。
ね。Not a fan of katakana,
うん
but it is what it is.
でもなんか、リディキュラスだと思えばなんかいけて
そう
る。
Please consider live streams in the future. Good night, Derek. Good night, Derek.
ね
All right, we definitely will. We'll be doing them in some way,
Arigato.
shape, or form. We'll probably do like some kind of question streams where you pop a tweet up or maybe a YouTube post or something, community post, and ask for people to ask questions a couple days in advance, and then we'll actually research the questions and answer them and stuff on stream, so we can just hang out and answer questions. And people can obviously ask questions live, but we'll ask questions ahead of time so that if nobody shows up, we actually have something to talk about and stuff like that. We'll probably do those after I come back from America.
はい。
はい。
あ、もう1ヶ月行っちまうのよって
あ、そう、
大きく
何回も
言ったっけ？
言ったんじゃない？
あ、そう。
何回も言った。So yeah, I'll be gone for a month.
そう、without 雪でね。
Yes. それはね、あんまり言いたくなかった。
あ、ごめん。
そういう、まあ、一応、はい。ある理由で。Thanks for a lot for all of the help and laugh. You two have a great night. Can't wait to see what's to come while I keep checking along Quartet and the site lessons, of course. Thank you so much, Matthew, for the support. And thank you very much for hanging out. And good luck on the rest of Quartet. And if you have any questions, of course, you know where to comment. And yeah, we will be doing more live streams. So thank you so much, guys.
Hi.
We will be seeing you guys around. There will be new videos, but not for a little while. But there will be new videos, new live streams. Just hang in there for another month or two, month and a half, probably,
はい。
while I'm gone. And then we'll be good to go. Love the environment in the stream community. Have a great day, night. You too, pal.
ありがとうございます。
We also
ね
very much enjoy it. So lots more to come. Thank you very much, Dashia, as well. Good
ま
luck
た
on N2
アイコン
when
変
you
え
take it.
た。うん。
Oh, 本当だ。I like it.
はーい。
All right, guys, have a great night. Thank you so much.
ね、ありがとうございました。みんなお疲れ。
また次のビデオで
はい。
会いましょうね。
はーい。
はい
またねー。
バイバイ。
バイバイ。元気ワンでね。
Planning to use these books to learn Japanese in 2022?
We explain all the grammar from these books and more here on YouTube in detail. And on ToKiniAndy.com, we have tons of extra grammar explanations, interactive practice exercises with Yuki and I, native shadowing exercises so you can get practice speaking even when you're by yourself, tests, and even progress bars to track your progress through the book. We also plan on beginning to add tons of level-appropriate immersion material throughout 2022. We even have a new exclusive community for members where they can ask questions, help each other, and even play silly Japanese word games. Over 1,800 people have already utilized the ToKini Andy and Yuki premium content. Join the community today and kickstart your Japanese learning journey.